Subpar Gamer here, welcoming you back to Staunton Island, where we will be starting the Asuka missions. There are a few missions here, but in this video I will show you two different approaches to two of them. So expect to see two versions of Sayonara Salvatore and two of Paparazzi Purge. There should be chapters in the description, so you can jump around if needed.
We have certain issues to clear up before we continue any form of relationship, business or otherwise. Let's lay our cards on the table. I am Yakuza, and I know you worked for Salvatore Leone's family. I can give you work with our organization, but first you must prove to me that your ties with the Mafia are truly broken. Salvatore Leone will be leaving Luigi's in about 3 hours' time. Make sure he doesn't reach his club alive. Meanwhile, Maria and I will catch up on old times.
Oh, Asuka, you've got a massager.
That's not a massager.
In this mission we have to kill Salvatore, and there are several ways to do it, but just two I typically use. This first one is faster, but I will show you the slower and safer one later on. For now, I head over to Luigi's and get to the back door where I will ambush Salvatore and his men. With Salvatore dead, I go to the garage here in Portland and take the Mafia Sentinel back to save it in Staunton. Using this saved Sentinel avoids driving through the Mafia territory, where they will now shoot at you with micro SMGs, which will kill you and your car very quickly. As we cross back into Staunton, we will get notified that King Courtney wants to talk to us, opening up a set of phone missions that we'll do in the next video. With this mission over, I'm going to switch over and show you the other way to do Sayonara Salvatore. This is the second way to complete the mission. It is a little less risky, though it does take a bit longer to complete. This process also demonstrates a safe back way to Salvatore's house to grab a Mafia Sentinel if you haven't gotten one before this. Now that I am in place, I'm just going to waste some time until Salvatore arrives. Again, with Salvatore dead, I'm going to grab the Mafia Sentinel from here and take this back to Staunton Island to save it in my garage. With that alternate demonstration done, I'm going to switch back to the regular video.
Salvatore's death comes as pleasurable news. You're an efficient killer. I like that in a man. Ah, this is my brother, Kenji.
Asuka has a little job for you, but when you're done, drop by my casino and we can talk.
Just like Kenji, always trying to play with my toys. My police source indicates that the FBI has mounted a surveillance operation at key locations around the city. It is too late to contact anyone and avoid incrimination. Take out these spying cops, but be careful. They're bound to have backup.
This mission we need to kill several surveillance units. Dipping into our big bag of ammo and weapons, we can make quick work of them. There isn't too much to this mission.
A reporter has been nosing around. Marie and I have taken a little holiday together until you can get rid of this perverted voyeur. He's probably out in the bay as you read this. Steal a police boat and sink his career.
Like Sayonara Salvatore, there are two ways to complete this mission. This first way I am showing you is the one I usually do. While it does take a lot longer, I find it more consistent to pass. During the chase, I just tried to keep the reporter's boat between the antenna and just hold the fire button the whole time. Whenever he makes a hard turn, you'll want to fire a little ahead of his boat to keep hitting him. Apart from that, just keep up with him and you should have plenty of time to destroy him. So now I'm going to show the other way to do Paparazzi Purge a lot faster. This method requires that you have the rocket launcher ready, so just go back in and get to the corner of Asuka's pool. The reason this is a little more risky is that you only get a few shots, and if you miss, the reporter runs and you will never catch him. Since there is a slight delay between firing and the rocket hitting, try to aim a little in front and above the boat. Failing isn't too much of an issue, as you can just restart the mission right here, but it does mean you have to take the fail. Now back to the regular video.
It's my handsome handyman. Maria's all tied up at the moment, but I'll tell her you called.
Who's that, Asuka? I know I've been a naughty girl, but I really need to pee, okay?
It's time you met our man inside the LPD. Here's a payment for the last little job he did for us. He is understandably cautious. Get to the payphone in Torrington as quick as you can and await his instructions.
This mission is like a race. You have to run from one payphone to the next throughout the city. Like my suggestion for the races before, don't always go all out. Know when to slow down and keep your vehicle under control. It does help to know where the phones are, so it may take a few tries until you memorize the locations and the fastest way to get to them.
phone in South Belleville Park. Meet me in the toilet block in the park.
You must be Asuka's new errand boy. You got the money? Is it all here? I know what you're thinking. Another bent cop. Well, it's a bent world. Just because I lost a few partners, those suckers from Internal Affairs have started sniffing around. Reckon they can smell me. Well, this city is one big open sewer, but I'm gonna need some non-union help. And if you're interested, you know where to find me.
Maria and I have gone shopping. Our source in the police has informed us that one of our drivers is a strangely animated undercover cop. He's more or less useless out of his car, so we've tagged it with a tracer. Make him bleed.
One last mission for Asuka in this video, where we need to kill an undercover cop. Normally this is rather annoying as the target drives fast and randomly, so it is a struggle to keep up with him. To make this easier for myself, I use the M16 again, much like in Vigilante, and stop the chase before it even begins.
Undercover officer successfully back up in clean underwear. Tunnel blown.
With that task done, I am heading back to save, and we'll see you in the next video where we'll talk to King Courtney.